A woman knocks on her neighbor's door and calls out. The neighbor comes and says, "What do you want now?" The woman replies, "I'm sorry to bother you again. The thing is, the electricity is out, and I need to iron my son's uniform. Could you let me use your power for just a little while?" The neighbor responds harshly, "Do you think electricity is free? Go solve your own problem." The woman pleads, "Please, I beg you. I just don't want my son to go to school wearing a wrinkled uniform." The neighbor snaps, "If you care so much about how your son looks, then figure it out yourself. Don't make your problems mine." The woman, heartbroken, softly says, "All right, thank you anyway," and walks away. She then heats the iron on the gas stove and presses her son's uniform. When her son sees his shirt, he says, "Wow, my mom is the best mom in the world." He hugs her tightly. The mother smiles and says, "Son, I want to tell you something. I never got to live my dreams, but you will become someone great one day. You're so smart." The boy replies, "Yes, Mama. When I grow up, I'll become a successful professional and pay off all your debts." She helps him put on the shirt and says, "Come on now, get ready quickly. You're going to be late for school." Later, the woman arrives at work, but her boss scolds her. "You're late again. Do you think this is a game?" The woman says, "I know. Please give me one more chance." The boss replies, "Sorry, but I can't do this anymore. You're fired." The woman pleads, "No, please, don't fire me." But the boss walks away. One day, the woman is doing her accounts when her son comes in and says, "Mom, I'm home. You look upset. What happened?" She replies, "I lost my job at the market." The son thinks for a moment and says, "Mom, don't worry. I have an idea. You make amazing cakes. Why don't you sell them?" She smiles and says, "That's a brilliant idea. I still have a little money left. I'll buy the ingredients and start baking. Just wait and see. They'll sell like crazy." The boy excitedly says, "Yes, Mom, they'll definitely sell." The woman begins selling cakes. A man walks by and says, "Ma'am, these cakes look delicious. May I try one?" She says, "Of course, sir," and hands him a piece. The man tastes it and says, "This is amazing. You should open a bakery." She replies, "Thank you, but that's not easy. I don't have the money." The man smiles and says, "Actually, I own several businesses, including a bakery. Would you be willing to work for my company?" The woman says, "If you give me the chance, I'd be honored." He hands her his business card and says, "Come by tomorrow." She says gratefully, "Thank you so much." 15 years later, the son walks with his mother, now a graduate. The mother says, "You did it, my son. You've graduated." The son says, "Yes, Mom, and it's all because of you. Since childhood, you taught me to dream and never give up." Then the son takes off his graduation cap and places it on his mother's head. He says, "Today, it's not just me who graduated. You did too, as the world's greatest mom." He hugs her tightly, and the mother is overwhelmed with happiness. The next day, the mother and son are stepping out of their house with their bags. The neighbor sees them and asks, "Are you leaving the neighborhood?" The woman replies, "Yes, since my son is now a professional. He's been offered a job in the capital with one of the best law firms." The son adds, "Now my mom will never have to knock on a neighbor's door again." The neighbor says, ashamed, "You're absolutely right. I wasn't a good neighbor. I regret everything I said and did." The woman responds, "Then learn this. As neighbors, we should always show empathy. We never know what others are going through." The neighbor apologizes and walks away, and the mother and son walk off toward a new future together. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.